He referred me to an orthopedic surgeon that is actually does all the orthopedic stuff for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Welcome to the show, I'm Michael Davis. I love my life so much I want to make it last as long as possible, and I want to keep active, healthy, and happy right up to the very end. And if you feel the same way, well, you're in the right place. This is Running a Fever, show about diet, fitness, and medicine, not necessarily in that order. Today, I'm here to just give you an update. It's a medical department update because I have just been to the doctor, played racquetball a week ago, and I was going up for a shot and just stretched I felt a stretching and right in the back of my ankle. So that Achilles tendon, something has happened to it. And I felt like it was getting a little bit better, so maybe it was just minor last week, but then it didn't get better and it's a week later. So here I am, still with an injury, and I don't know how serious it is. So I went to Dr. Bychek, my genius primary care provider, and he said, he took a look at it. He said, well, if it was completely torn, you probably wouldn't be able to move your foot the way that I can move it right now. He said there's a couple of things, it could be a partial tear, it could be bursitis. There's a bursal sac, I guess, right behind the Achilles tendon, and that could have ruptured, and that might be the problem. He referred me to an orthopedic surgeon that is actually does all the orthopedic stuff for the Arkansas Razorbacks from the University of Arkansas. So should be pretty good at that, and I should have hopefully a pretty good story to tell after I go see him. But I might not have to, because he said if it is bursitis or something just really minor, then I might be able, before I can get in to see him, might be feeling well enough that there's not an issue that I don't need to actually go see him. So he said, no matter what the problem is, I need a boot in order to immobilize my foot so I don't injure it any further, and so I can help it to heal by keeping it immobile. And so he prescribed a walking boot, and it's the first time I've ever been prescribed a boot before in my life, but I was prescribed a boot. Now, I got this at a health food store, believe it or not, because they sell stuff like this, wheelchairs and so forth. He said I need a prescription for it, but they didn't really look at my prescription. They just sold it to me. There's no insurance. I just paid for it. I took it up to the front counter where you pay for your oranges and apples and raisins and all the other nifty health food that they sell there. And I paid for it. So this is it. This is my boot. He also prescribed a steroid, which I'll pick up tomorrow, and I'll take that for about a week. And he said that if I am able to wear the boot, well, I'll tell you what. First of all, I'm going to try on the boot, and I'm going to model it for you. So this is kind of a medical department and a fashion department report at the same time. Wow. Wow. Mind is blown right now. Okay, so I'm going to go put this on, and I'll be back in a minute. Here is the wonderful shoe. I can tell that it's not going to be a lot of fun walking around in this thing. Not only can I not work out, but I've got to wear this thing. But it's the right thing to do. I always say I'm practicing what I preach. I say listen to your medical professionals and take their advice. So that's what I'm doing. It's a nice black color. It has lots and lots of Velcro and plastic and foam padding and stuff, and that's basically it. It looks like a boot. There's nothing really, it's not that big a deal really, but it's supposed to immobilize my foot better than, a regular boot, I guess, would. I've got this, and then hopefully I'm not going to be working out probably for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe more. But hopefully this isn't as bad as it could be, and it's not a complete tear. What he has told me, the doctor Bychak has told me that I need to take the steroid for a week, and then I should be able to look and see, if I'm feeling better, if the swelling has gone down, and my left ankle looks like my right ankle, because I looked at it today, it was kind of curved in. I said, well, it shouldn't be that way, and I really want to hear that from my doctor, but then he looked at my right ankle and it looked kind of the same. So I said, well, okay, it's probably okay, because your right ankle, your right Achilles is healthy. So take that, look at it, and if it looks the same, then you might be okay. You may have a partial tear or something like that. And I'm going to see this doctor, which is the doctor for the sports teams at the University of Arkansas. So it should be pretty good at this type of injury. It is a sports injury. It may take a while to get in to see him, because obviously he's a high-profile guy, right? But that being the case, if I get better before I get in to see him, well, maybe I won't even have to see him. There might be an MRI that we do after the swelling has gone down. All that is up in the air. But so for now, I'm taking the steroid for a week. I'm wearing the boot for a week. I'm doing all that for at least a week. And then probably between a week or 2 weeks, if it's not really bad, then I should be back to normal. And I'm looking forward to that, because I want to get out, and the weather is just fantabulous right now. I'm looking out my window here and seeing it's sunny. It's probably 50s, something like that. Just a beautiful day, and we're starting to have more days like that. So I'm looking forward to getting out to Lake Fayetteville and out at all the beautiful state parks that we have here, and getting back in the gym. So now I got to watch my diet really carefully. And because I'm not going to be expending that energy that I can, because I can't move around as much. So I got to do that. But we're going to do what we have to do and keep on going, because I want to live as long as I can and have a happy, healthy, active life right up until the end. And I hope you do too. So that's the fever that I got. If you got the fever, keep it. If you don't, go and get it, runningafever.com. Subscribe to the video. The audio folks, you're definitely going to want to see this fashion statement here that I'm wearing. So go to YouTube and subscribe there, so you can get notified of every video that comes out, not just if there's video, but even the ones that are just audio. You'll get notified for every single one of those. So go do that, catch the fever, and I will talk to you next time on Running a Fever. This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaPodcastNetwork.com.